as the collaborative, we have the cooperative learning, and so on. But they have failed to turn the fortunes of students' performance in school and public examination around in the positive direction. The rationale of the study is to seek other approaches and method studies. And one of the such method is the techno-contextual approach, which is CTCA for short. The study focused on 3 research questions. The first one was, what concepts in the new computer studies curriculum do students find difficult to learn? Will there be a statistically significant difference in the achievement of students taught computer networking using the CTCA and those taught using the traditional lecture method? And the third one is, what are the perceptions of students on the use of CTCA? The study is on the ambiguity theory of social constructivism and Zuber's theory of advance organizer, and the philosophies which the study hints on are the ethnophilosophy and the technophilosophy. The study was conducted in 2 phases. The first one is the survey, where we identify concepts in computer studies, identify the concepts in computer studies that students find difficult to learn. And the second one was the Quasi-Experimental, where we tested the efficacy of CTCA. The survey phase had 1,501 senior secondary school computer studies students. They are randomly selected from the public and private schools in Nigeria. And the data sorted, there were the survey were the topics computer studies that students find difficult to learn. Now we can see from the figure there, the table, we can see that from the survey indicated the students' level of difficulty with the mean rank score, which is by your right. Here we have the ranking. The most difficult concept was flowcharting. The next to it was algorithm, down to the components of computer. Computer networking was selected for the second phase. The quasi-experimental phase, this phase adopted the quantitative and the qualitative data gathering techniques, and the sample comprised of the 125 junior secondary school one, which is equivalent to grade 7 in US, and the control class had 52 subjects. The experimental had 73 subjects. The treatment lasted for 3 weeks, and every week the lesson lasted for 40 minutes. The topic covered during the course of the study was computer networking, and the instrument that was used to gather the quantitative data was the computer networking achievement test. CTCA is the approach that was used to teach the experimental group, and CTCA is comprised of 3 components: the culture, the technology, and the context. How do we implement CTCA? It can be implemented in 3 forms: in the classroom, in the field, and also in laboratory. But for the study, it was actually implemented in the classroom. And these are the steps on how to implement CTCA in classroom. The first one is the teacher goes to the class ahead of the main class when he or she wants to teach computer networking. The teacher gives an assignment to the students that the students go home to surf the net, to search for computer networking, and also to ask from their parents, their guardians, their elders at home, the cultural practices that are related to computer networking. And the second one was the next class, when the teacher taught the computer networking. The first thing the teacher did was to group the students into mixed sex and ability, whereby the students presented what they had, what they have heard from their parents, what they saw on the net, and they chose their group leaders. And the group leaders then present what the group discussed. So the step 3 was the lesson progresses with a sprinkle of human, where the teacher actually draws practical examples from the immediate surrounding of the school. While the fourth lesson, it was the lesson progresses with the reminder on cultural practices. The teacher uh, shed more light to what computer networking is, and also had his or her own cultural practices. Then, whenever there's any misconceptions, the teacher clears them. And the last step is that at the close of the lesson, brief summary of the content taught was sent to the students via WhatsApp. These are the indigenous concepts used to explain computer networking. We can see a town crier in the olden days. We see that the town crier goes about disseminating information from one place to another. We can see Aroko in Yoruba, in the part of Nigeria where I come from. We see that a palm front is tied around a cutlass, and that indicates that there's going to be a war. It's a warning whenever it is being sent to a recipient. Then we can, from the quasi-experimental phase, the results show that there's a statistically significant difference in the achievement of students of computer networking using CTCA and the lecture method. And these are the responses of the students when they were interviewed. We can see that uh, the first student said the cultural example the teacher cited made it easier for me to understand computer networking better. The second one said searching for computer networking on the internet made me have knowledge of the topic before coming to class. I had something to say when the teacher asked me a question. That was the view of the student B. Now, while the CTA group performed better, you can see that because the students had knowledge of what computer networking is, they had from their parents, their guardians, their caregivers, their peers when they go to school, where they discuss in the group, they were able to perform better because it was different from a normal setting whereby the teacher just talks and dished out the information and leaves the class. So now with the limitation of the study, we recommend that computer study teachers should use CTCA to teach their students, and also that with technology part of CTCA, the teachers can come up with creative ways to teach their students and keep them engaged, especially during this post-COVID era. Thank you very much. These are my responses. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to now open the floor for any questions from our in-person audience, from our online audience. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yes, if I may, I'd like to congratulate you, Esther, for that brilliant presentation. And
Thank you very much.
you defined the problem, and you described how you solved it, and you gave us insights into the findings, and you tried to explain the findings, which is very brilliant indeed. So, as I normally ask, what next? So what's the next thing in this your line of research? I may suggest, I don't know what your line of research, what you want to do, but I may suggest that this study you replicate it elsewhere. The sample size is well, limited, small. I was thinking you can, do one or two or three implementation of the same design elsewhere on networking, computer networking. And next, you took number 7, I think, or number 9 of the list. So I think you can keep going on it like that because you are a great computer science researcher. So let's see you make a mark.
Thank you very
So
much,
no,
sir.
no, no. Now you answer me. What uh, have I been
Okay.
successful in predicting the future trajectories?
Yes, sir. Your suggestion is actually accepted. I'll be looking at other concepts that are on the table and trying to populate the CTCA approach.com, which is the website of the CTCA, looking at more research. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Can I ask? It's outside the presentation. Lexi, where are you based? Are you in Vancouver or you you're connected virtually?
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I know the
I'm not in
answer. I know the
Vancouver.
answer because if we were in Vancouver, you'll have been in the same room as Doug Martin. We should have been in that same room. So where are you? Where are you located?
Oh, I'm zooming from Chicago, where like
Very
northern
nice.
side of Chicago,
The
Evanston.
the
So
windy
very
city.
cold.
Windy city.
Mm.
We're coming there next year, by the way. NARST is coming to Chicago next year.
Oh, really?
Oh yes.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Super. So we will go ahead and get rolling with it. And we have our next presentation.